Welcome to PT Time with Tim. I'm Dr. Tim, a licensed physical therapist. Today's topic, we're going to be talking about the best shoulder stretches for shoulder pain relief. But first, here's my medical disclaimer. For those of you who have noticed an onset of shoulder pain in the past few months, you'll definitely want to start with these stretches. Our first shoulder stretch is the supine wand flexion stretch. We're going to be lying on our back, and you can grab either a stick, a PVC pipe, a golf club like I have here, anything that's lightweight and rigid. So basically you want to grab it about 6 inches apart between your hands. Now, say my shoulder, my left shoulder is the painful shoulder. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have my right arm doing all the work. I'm actually lifting my left arm up with my right arm. So I always say that the right arm is the driver in this situation and the left one is the passenger. I'm going to go all the way up until I feel either the onset of stretch or pain in that left shoulder. And I'm going to stop there for about 2 to 3 seconds. And then I'm going to lower it back down. Again, that right arm is lowering the left. So again, we're going to go back up overhead. Find the onset of pain or stretch and stop there for 2 to 3 seconds and then lower back down. And so I'm going to do that 10 to 15 repetitions. Our next shoulder stretch is the supine wand external rotation. So basically, to set this stretch up, you're going to take your painful shoulder, you're going to bend the elbow to 90 degrees at your side, and then you're going to grab the very end of your stick or wand or golf club, whatever you're using for this one. You're going to grab the very end of it with that painful shoulder, or the hand from the painful shoulder. Now the opposite hand is going to go to your opposite hip pocket, okay? And this sets you up for a diagonal direction. Now maintaining this 90 degrees at the elbow, your opposite hand is going to lift up and you're going to gently rotate that hand, the back of the hand, towards the floor. And I'm stopping at the onset of pain or stretch in that left shoulder, holding for 2 to 3 seconds, and then going back to the opposite hip pocket. One more time, I'm rotating my hand towards the floor, keeping 90 degrees at the elbow, holding 2 to 3 seconds, and then going back to my opposite hip pocket. So we do that one for 10 to 15 repetitions. Shoulder pendulums are a nice exercise that you can do for pain relief in your shoulder. So if I had pain in my right shoulder, I'm going to lean on the edge of a table or the edge of your bed or something like that so that you can kind of off-weight your upper body. Then you let your painful arm dangle towards the floor so gravity is completely relaxed in the shoulder. And you're just going to use the body to rock back and forth. And if your body is leading the arm correctly, the arm will follow and swing like a pendulum. But again, it's really important to make sure that the arm is completely relaxed. You're not standing there and just moving the arm. You're actually guiding it with the body in a pendulum motion, and the arm is following. So we'll do that for just a couple minutes, and honestly, you can do it as much as you need to or want to because this is purely for pain relief. It just allows those rotator cuff muscles to relax, but it does feel really good to them. Our next stretch is a pulley stretch. The nice thing about them is they come with a door anchor, which I've placed at the top of the door. I'm going to say that I have right shoulder pain for this exercise. I'm going to pull down with my left arm, raising my right arm up. So the left arm, again, is kind of like the driver and the right arm is the passenger. So the left arm's doing all the work and the right one's just kind of going along for the ride. I'm going to raise the right arm up until I get to that onset of pain or stretch. I'm going to hold right there for about 2 to 3 seconds, and then I'm going to lower it back down. And then I'm just going to repeat. And I'll do this for about 3 minutes duration. But I'm keeping my right arm kind of pointed in front of me here, and the left arm's doing all the work. Again, stopping at the top where I feel pain or stretch for 2 to 3 seconds. The next direction that we're going to do is out to our sides. So we're just going to kind of flare the arms out to our sides. And I'm going to, again, pull down with that left arm, raising the right arm out. But notice that I'm keeping my right elbow kind of angled out to my side. So it is a different motion where the first one was kind of in front. Now we're out to the side. I'm going to pull down with the left, raising the right arm up till I feel the onset of pain or stretch, pausing for 2 to 3 seconds, and then back down. And then we're going to repeat that for 3 minutes as well. So our next stretch is the pectoralis stretch. So if you don't know, your pectoralis muscles or your pec muscles are located from the front of your chest that kind of come out and insert to the outside of the shoulder areas. So for this stretch, we can either do it facing a corner of a room, or you can stand in the middle of a doorway. So both of them work just the same. But what you're going to do is you're going to stagger your stance facing the corner of the doorway. You're going to bring your arms up into this goalpost position, this 90 degree kind of position, and you're going to gently lean forward until you feel a stretch across the front of the chest. And so that's the pec muscles. You're going to hold for 30 seconds, and you're going to do 3 repetitions in a row. Now, I consider this kind of the ideal position. However, if you do have shoulder pain because your elbow's up high, then you can come down to this alternate position where your arms are down lower, and you might just have to sneak a little bit further forward. Again, you should still feel a decent stretch across the front, but 30-second hold, 3 repetitions. Our next is called a wall walk. You're going to take the pads of your fingers. You're going to start a little bit closer than arm's width away from the wall, starting just below shoulder height, and you're going to climb up the wall using the pads of the fingers to pull the arm up. And that's really important, that the hand is actually lifting the arm up. If I stood here and just slid up the wall, that's using all those shoulder muscles, and that's likely to cause pain all the way through the motion. So instead, use those pads of the fingers to climb up the wall. And once you get to the onset of pain at the top, you stop there, you hold it for a few seconds, and then you use the friction of the hand to glide back down to the starting point. So again, you use the pads of the fingers to climb up, stopping at the point or the onset of pain, holding for 2 or 3 seconds, and then gliding back down. And we repeat this 10 or 15 times. Make sure you go check out my other shoulder pain videos as you continue on your pathway to living a pain-free, active, and adventurous lifestyle. Thanks for stopping by PT Time with Tim, where we restore to explore.